guys, how's it going? So it is time to open up another Medic Box Pro. This is box number 8, and I've actually got box number 9 here as well. Just slightly behind on unboxing these, so these two boxes will the videos will be dropping back to back. So if you're seeing this one, make sure to check the channel about the next one, which is number 9. So without further ado, I slit the tape on the bottom, fold our lid back. There is our information card, and we'll start taking things out of the box. Okay, so we got some compressed gauze. You really can't have too many of these things around. I'm trying to keep most of this Medic Box stuff together so that we can, you know, look at all the stuff that we've got so far. There has been a couple things that I've integrated into a couple of my other, like, IFAKs and kits and stuff, but yeah, when it comes to these compressed gauze, you can never have too many. Like right here in my pocket, I had to take and cut open and use a pack just yesterday. So now I'm just using this leftover for whatever purpose comes along. But super handy to have, just a great way to make a bandage. You can just, you know, if you even just cut your finger and you got tape and no bandages, you can, you know, just wrap this around it, tape it off, and you're good to go. Okay, well, speaking of that, we have got some Super Skin bandages. These My Medic Band-Aids have been the best Band-Aids that I have ever used. So this is an assortment pack. What all do we got in here? Okay, it doesn't really hurt to open this up because this is Ziploc. So I'm just kind of curious. You don't need to like really drag everything out and get it strode everywhere. But, okay, yeah, so content, Super Skin. Okay, so yeah, these are little individual. Okay, and I'm glad I opened this because these are the individual packets. That is awesome. Okay, and it's got like a picture of what is in there. So, this is actually something that you can take and spread across, you know, other kits, smaller kits. All of these are the same, I believe. For them, I think they're all the same. They're very similar. They got an image on the front and a description, so you know, not going to spend too much time looking at that. That's really cool. So this is even something that if you're, you know, you think you might end up needing just some little basic Band-Aids or gauze pads or antibiotic ointment, you could like slip these just into a pocket, like on the front of my pants here, or like on this opposite side. Then you have it on hand. If you have like a tactical shirt, you can put it in the zip arm pocket, and you could like spread these across multiple kits, and you have them on hand because it seems like sometimes I find myself just having more of the things to handle, like heavier bleeding issues or something, and then I'll just, you know, you'll nick your finger, you'll, you know, get like a bad briar scratch or something, and then you don't really have something like small like this. So very, very cool. What we got in this box? Okay, we got Seal hemostatic wound spray. Okay, let me take and read this. Seal hemostatic wound spray is composed of the chatosan dry powder and spray. In spray form, provides a physical barrier or seal to stop the flow of blood when sprayed on a wound, and upon contact of blood, in combination with manual pressure to the. Okay, yeah. So apply the spray, all that good old stuff. So this is a good way, I would say, to stop. You know, you ain't going to want to use this on any like gushing wound or nothing. That's when you break out like you need some hemostatic gauze or something, or just regular gauze. But I'd say if you got, you know, you're in the kitchen, you give yourself a nice little nick on the finger or something, this would be a good, quick, and easy way to stop. I don't want to pull that off yet. Shake well, remove lid spray. So really straightforward. I can see the nozzle there, but I don't want to mess around with taking that lid off. I'll leave her in the box for now. Okay, right here, this is for sure meant to be so it says Snake Staff Systems, a tourniquet holder of some kind. We'll look at our info card here in a second. Speaking of that, here we have got an everyday carry tourniquet. Okay, so I have not seen one of these, or I've never, you know, got my hands on one of these. I've heard good and bad things about them. Some people don't like them, but I've heard that about every single type of tourniquet, and it seems like in most cases it's more or less just like practicing with whatever model it is that you have and plan to use. And yeah, so this one, I don't know what that little doojig right there is meant to be. I don't know if that's like a glow-in-the-dark deal. But yeah, it's like, I think the point with this one is you're supposed to be able, like, one, it's a bit of a smaller form factor, and then you lock it down, and then you're supposed to be able to just push it down into that clip. And that, I think, is the part that people have the issue with, is just from videos and stuff I've seen. People having a hard time getting it into that clip system for whatever reason, whenever it's a, you know, in a stressful simulated situation. But I don't think these are necessarily that bad. Seems like a pretty straightforward system, but I can, you know, just see how maybe that little extra step there could be a problem. But I'm sure these two things right here are meant to go together. So I will work on, you know, I'll restage that whenever we get done here. Okay, and then this right here is a TACMED info, emergency information card for first responders, hikers, cyclists, and more. Oh, okay, it's very cool. So this seems like something, and I mean, I know this is kind of common practice, especially for people that like hike the Appalachian Trail and things like that. People that are, you know, like on public lands and everything that hike in remote places. It's just got all your emergency information, so you can take and have that, you know, easily accessible in your pack. You know, just like right inside the top lid compartment or front zipper compartment, depending on how your pack is laid out. So, very nifty little card there. Or I guess it would make sense to also have it in, you know, like your IFAK or something, if that's on the outside of your bag. And then it looks like there's one last thing in here, and this is a hemostat gauze dressing for bleeding control. So this doesn't feel like it's super, you know, thick. That's a pretty thin profile pad. Let's see, temporary external minor cuts. Okay, I might have to look at the information card too, because I don't know if this is just a pure like hemostatic. I know it says dressing. I don't think there's any adhesive quality to that. We'll double check our info card here. And yeah, all of that stuff's meant to go together with like the tourniquet and that sleeve. And with their Pro Box, the hemostatic spray and that sleeve is what was in the Pro Box. So you'd actually get this tourniquet, the dressing, the bandage, the gauze, and all of that with the standard box, which is a really cool deal. And that shows you how you can actually use like one of the pouches and integrate things together from our previous boxes. So very, very cool. And then what was that? Oh yeah, the hemostatic dressing. Okay, yeah, so it says fold it in half, store it in your wallet. So it's just meant to be like a nice little simple hemostatic pad you can have on your person. So if you give yourself a nice little cut or something, you know, things like this, I don't really have any issue or take any medication that, like, you know, thins my blood or nothing. I tend to clot up pretty quickly. But, you know, if you're on blood thinners or something, then it's, you know, you should definitely carry stuff like that with you, because you never know what could go down. Now, I like this Ziploc bag that one thing was in. I'm going to keep that and use it for something. But there you go, guys. That is what we had in our box number 8. So, all in all, I think this was a very nice box. Everything in here is something that I can see, you know, being, well, hopefully not this. Or, you know, hopefully not any of it, but, you know, just stuff like that, hemostatic spray, the gauze, the Band-Aids, whenever you're out and doing the stuff that I do, or, you know, most people that do any, like, hands-on work, you're gonna get nicks, scrapes, scratches, bites, and bruises. So, really nice box. But we're going to wrap things up, and I'm going to get over to recording box number 9. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not already. Share the channel with your friends, family, anybody enjoys good old outdoor activities and gear. Hit me up in that comment section, and until the next one, adios.